in.
All right, now let's get into it tonight. And I am very, very honored to have in studio legislators, members of the National Assembly. And with us tonight is Member of Parliament, Dagoretti North, Beatrice Elachi. Thank you so much for creating time to be here. Good evening.
Good evening. Hi.
Keeping well?
Good.
Welcome to our studios.
Thank you. We've just come from a small service at the late Senator Cheptumo's home.
Yes.
Yeah.
May his soul continue to rest in peace. Also with us is James Gakuya, who is the Member of Parliament, Embakasi North. It's good to have you in the studio. Good evening.
Evening to you, Uncle.
How are you, sir?
I'm well. Yes.
Let's just start with the status of Nairobi County. It's just short remarks of what's happening now that you're members of Parliament representing Nairobi County. Let me start with Beatrice Elachi. And of course, I'm also seeing feedback here from some of your constituents. But let me start with your remarks on what's happening with, you know what I'm talking about, the garbage and stima here and there. Members of Parliament saying, arrest him. But so far, we are realizing that a truce is reached or close to being reached. What do you think? What are your comments today as far as Nairobi is concerned?
Well, you see, for me, I said in the morning, and I'll say, I think it's important, you know, you need each other. Any institution in Nairobi, you will need the institution of the county to work together. I will not support the issue of bringing garbage and just pouring it in any of the offices. But I wish they can agree in how. If you have a debt on this other side, is there a way you can barter trade to clear both sides? That will help. And I'm hoping we can just collect the garbage and we just take it. But all of you, even when I see your headline, I am worried because I thought you do business with them also.
All right. Should we project it again?
No, I can see it from this other side. And I'm
the garbage governor?
Yes, and I'm asking myself, is it necessary for that? Because tomorrow also you people will have your own issues here.
Right.
Yeah, just have amicable ways also to work with him, because I believe if it's KTN, you do most of their adverts, isn't it? So you do business together. Yeah, I mean, I want to be honest. You do business together. Maybe they have your checks. True or not true, I don't know. I'm just trying to assume they might be having your checks. You need business with them.
All right.
And so you'll go into a gridlock again. So there's no need. What we need to tell Governor and his team is that just the way you've been working with others, just continue working that way. But going beyond the anger of now bringing garbage and all that, looks it is not done by somebody like Governor Sakaja, no. It's supposed to be done by, I remember I was given a story and told my young men in Dagoretti were my young men when I told them it is a business of someone who does business and you can really fight this thing. So I won't like that also, because I hate garbage. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's many ways of doing it.
There's many ways, and I'm just going to read what the governor said, and just to let you know that we also highlighted his voice on the matter. When he said, when you disconnect us at will, then we are entitled to enforce, but an eye for an eye always loses sight, and that is not the country we want.
Exactly.
We did highlight that as well on the front page. You just need to go deeper into reading the paper, but we do get your sentiments.
No, I have no problem. I mean, you have to write the story. I was just saying, since you work together,
yes,
I always see many of your things with Nairobi County. So I was just asking. So tomorrow again, if they wake up with their madness, because by the way, you can sit and find somebody else doing it.
All right.
You remember the saga where we had just madness in Embakasi East at one point. Yeah, you might think it is governor, and his guys can just do it. But the buck stops with him. He should know that. So he has to stop it and say, I will sit down. We have the intergovernmental way of doing things.
All right.
and through national government and county government, there's a process. Go and meet the CS, sit down with him, discuss and say, look, I owe you this money.
All right.
I have stayed long, but you also owe me this. Can we barter trade? And we come to a win-win situation.
All right, a win-win situation, which will be a win-win situation for the Kenyans
We want to clean garbage, so I want to tell Governor on this one, clean the garbage, please.
All right.
Clean the garbage.
Thank you so much. James Gakuya, also Member of Parliament, Embakasi North, right within the capital. What would be your remarks on this matter? Like you says, clean the garbage, whatsoever, just clean the garbage.
Uncle, I think this particular action was a very sad kind of retaliation. When you have a KPLC as a service provider, and you have also county as a service provider, they first and foremost need each other to accomplish what their current require. Okay. And I don't think that actually, as people's representative, that is what people of Nairobi could have wished, because garbage are decomposing in most of the areas of the city, and what you want is to see a very rapid way of clearing those garbage from every other single market, and even those garbages that actually sometimes cross our road. And going to find that some roads are unpassable. Right. About Shaudimoyo, you find a totally unpassable road because of those garbages. But only if there's a solution to solve a problem is to carry, using taxpayers' money and vehicles to carry garbage and dump to another institution. I don't think that's is the way to go at all. Right. It should not even happen a single second. What a picture are we trying to portray? Okay. It's a very ugly picture, and I don't think that we have alive there, and that is, it's not even near ways of solving our problem at all. Yes, all right. Completely, it's not near anywhere. Yes, I think if Sakaja and the MD for KPLC cannot reach to a point of what we call harmonizing that problem. All right. Then there are other means of sorting them. Okay. Yes, they can use their lawyers and move to court. They can use the upper office of their boss. Okay. Or the mechanism that they have used today. Because today I realized they were in a meeting with the head of public service. Yes. Mediating them. I think that they could have root for a mediator or a arbitrator, and they already they could have already sorted that problem. All right. But making such a drastic measures, including disconnecting water, stacking the trucks at that particular at the doorsteps of steamer, that is extending the problem to those other service, those other customers who require not even to know their disputes. All right. So I don't think that it's a matter that we have to even to discuss here. Yeah, and we really don't want to. That's not the main reason we're here today. It was just comments on that matter. We can only say Sakaja. Tomorrow, probably he will be able to have as another kind of a problem with this other government institution who probably could not be proved to have been paying them. Let him use other better mechanism of claiming their dues. All right. I am sure that even themselves, they have a lot of pending bills in tune of 100 billion Kenya shillings. How many Kenyans have stepped on their doorsteps with that kind of actions or retaliation? In fact, it is a shame, and a very big shame. All right. Let me come back to you. I want to appreciate Senator who has made his way here. Senator Eddie Okech, Migori County. Senator, thank you for creating time. Thank you, thank you. We are about to hear your thoughts on matters State of the Nation shortly. How are the constituents in Migori County? They're doing very well. We're trying to serve them as much as possible. Okay. With a lot of things happening in the country.
we are also trying to see how much you can be able to have their voice heard. Yes, yes.
Honorable Elachi, I'm getting a message here from one of your constituents, and I do not know if they're saying they should remain anonymous. They're saying there is huge garbage in Kawangware next to Soko on Gitanga Road, Dagoretti North, which has piled up, blocking one side of the road, creating traffic.
Yeah, it has been there since 10 years before Elachi.
Okay.
And we have complained, and so you cannot... You see, that's why I was saying, so when you throw like that garbage, and then I see all the stories that happen and how Muslim, Gitanga, and in fact, the one for Gitanga is very sad.
Yes.
When I came in, I did that road, and today when you walk on that road, you wonder, so what was even the purpose of using public resources to do this road? And it is a road that serves the whole entire Gitanga road.
All right.
So for me, this thing of garbage, it's just the most sad part.
All right.
Of even if you do anything else bad, the day we shall clean garbage in Nairobi is the day anyone will believe governor is now functioning. That's the thing that just brings everyone just to a sad spot.
All right.
And so for me, that is a place where the county holds its garbage. So whether I try as Mheshimiwa, I don't even have the resource to carry, but they are the ones who have encouraged people to bring garbage from all these other constituencies, that this is a holding ground. It is wrong. Okay. I have said it, I want to repeat. Let every constituency hold its garbage. If it's in South, let South hold its garbage. Okay. If it is in the Westland side, let them. But this thing of carrying garbage all the way, then you just dump it at one place. And then it takes months for it to be cleared. The road goes down, and we are not even fining. And it's with a lot of impunity, by the way. And so for me, that garbage of Muslim and Gitanga, I keep on reminding the whole county government, it is not right for the people who stay there.
It is right.
Wrong.
Okay.
And they have made many people to suffer. Even the owners of those houses, they've had to lose. They lose money every day. Who will live near the garbage now? So for me, I'm not going to support that one.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll do a follow-up on that. Thank you so much for sending your comments on our platforms at KT News KE. It's how you can find us on X, and you can also find me at Doris Anki. Before I allow Senator to speak, allow me to bring us up to speed with current affairs. We must touch on politics. Raila Odinga went to the AUC elections, he's back, and he's making rounds, just catching up with the community in his own level, in his own approach. And the main question has been, what next for Raila Odinga? Party leader, of course, he gave this position to one of his members to hang on to. We're not sure if he's taking it back. But first, let's just listen to his thoughts, saying there'll be one major announcement next week.
Say that I will make a statement sometimes next week, and I want just to tell you here also that watch this space. I'm going to make a statement next week.
Eddie, everyone is anxious, and they're thinking, what next for Raila Odinga? You've had different people speak on this matter. Kalonzo Musyoka, senior counsel and Wiper Party leader, commented on Raila Odinga's, return back to the country. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua as well. Analysts are left, right, and center on the same. Some would ask, does he still hold that force to reckon with, as he did before the AUC elections and before the broad-based government? He has been your leader. I don't know if he still is party leader. What position does he hold, and what trajectory do you think he's going to be taking?
Thanks, Anki. I really wish I could have given some thoughts
on the garbage.
On the garbage, if I'd be given that time, because it's an important issue that I think that we should not take lightly.
Okay.
But that said, because you have asked me about my leader, he still is my leader and actually my mentor.
Okay.
Because I have followed the right Prime Minister for quite some time, since my high school days. And I'm pretty sure that I've learned a lot from him, and I've gleaned a lot of morals from his political leadership. and his visionary leadership. And I did not get a chance to come to this station immediately after we came from Addis Ababa. But when I appeared on Citizen, I was very clear when there were speculations of what would Raila Amolo Odinga do. And one of the things that I said that was very clear in my mind is that, number one, as a country, Raila Odinga has given us so much. Some people might forget, some people will never forget. Some people might not even know what Raila has given us in this country ever since he dedicated himself to public life. And therefore, he doesn't owe us much. Anything that Raila Odinga is doing for us is doing for us extra. He's just doing anything extra to make our country look better, to make our country be better for future generations. But it doesn't owe us much. But that said, I said on Citizen that if the Raila Odinga that I know will come back, some of the interests that have been populated in social media were completely out of his interest. I said that Raila Odinga will come and focus on building ODM and strengthening ODM as a platform that he knows best. That is a platform that he has built to be able to build a strong social, cultural, and social democracy in Kenya that can be able to enable the country to have serious justice systems that gives equity to everyone. And therefore, I predicted that the first thing and the first stop that Raila would be at would be in his best family, the ODM family, to strengthen it, to make sure that there are proper grassroots elections, to make sure that there are proper delegations by senior party leaders to younger generations, to make sure that even at a national level, there's clarity of thought. And it's not a surprise that his first biggest meeting will be on Friday, which will be at ODM. So that said, then I also see a possibility of making sure that he articulates where does ODM stand with regards to where Kenya Kwanza is at the moment. I think that's the possibility of what could be there next week. Whether it could be in form of a cooperation, not coalition, but a cooperation of some sort, a general cooperation that makes it clearer to be able to articulate a policy agenda from ODM perspective in terms of our relationship and demands and expectations with the current government, then that could be a possible trajectory. And I don't think that it will fall far away from that.
All right, and I'll come back to the other members of this panel. Let's just take a short breather. We are then going to also interrogate Martha Karua's party, that People's Liberation Party, and how that might shape up in as far as 2027 is concerned, let alone Deputy President or former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was saying if only Raila Odinga would join them, and we'll find out who them is, then he will be having a guaranteed victory. We'll be right back. Don't go too far away.